Important stretch for us right now. Obviously, disappointed with how we played last week. That's for sure. The last 10 days has not been good. Doesn't give us much time to feel sorry for ourselves because we have to really get hot right now and really play to our potential starting this weekend versus TCU and heading to Oklahoma City. You got to try to make some adjustments, stay positive, which is a task in itself after the way we played last weekend. But that's what you need to do. You got to get in there with a positive mindset so we play good this weekend and get your team on all cylinders. And we're quite capable of making a run with what we have left on our schedule with TCU and in the Big 12 tournament. But you got to be in the right frame of mind and positive and bring energy and execute, be fundamentally sound and be competitive at every turn of the game. And these are the things that we didn't do last weekend against Kansas. Inevitably, it falls on one person. That's me. I'm responsible for the team being motivated. I'm responsible for the team being prepared. I'm responsible for the juice they bring every day, and that's on me. So we are working at fixing that, and so we can play great this weekend at home and go into that Big 12 tournament with momentum so we can do something great here at the end.
We'll go ahead and open up for questions. Go ahead, Cole.
Hey, Coach, I was just wondering if you had a comment on the announced full capacity and if that's going to maybe kind of bring a lift to the team this weekend.
I didn't know that was in play. So thanks for breaking that news for me, Cole. You got me in a better mood, buddy. That's exciting. That's we play good here, and it's because of the energy in the park, and that was at 20%, 25%, 50%, even more so now. So it's only a positive for us, that's for sure.
And then this weekend, obviously TCU, very good opponent. Just kind of what has the overall season kind of felt like, starting with those really good teams in the beginning part of the season, and then you as you go along, and now you have a really good team to end the season. Just kind of how do you think the schedule has treated you guys as a whole?
To me, it's the perfect time to play TCU. Where we're at with our resumes deficient in the national picture right now, and to be able to get a series win against a formidable opponent is exactly what we need at this time of the season. So I think TCU coming around here, where we are as a program this season, at this point of this, where we're at, I think it's the perfect time and perfect opportunity for our guys to play great again.
And my last question, this weekend obviously had to have been a little bit disappointing for you guys. Just is there a mental hurdle maybe playing a rival like Kansas, or just kind of what is that like in the clubhouse?
No, I don't think it's a mental hurdle playing Kansas. I really don't. I just, you play that doubleheader, and doubleheaders are funny. If you get hot for one day, you can beat anyone in that one day, and if you're playing real poorly in one day, you can lose to anyone and lose twice. And I don't know. We got to play better on the road. It's frustrating, and it's embarrassing to me as the head coach when you start doing things that kind of point to a team that's not mentally tough. And I told our guys this because they are. But here's what it looks like: when you don't play well on the road, you're not mentally tough. When you don't play well from behind in games, you're not mentally tough, and we haven't done that. When you can't damage control some innings and some situations from spiraling out of control, you're not mentally tough. And we've done all those things in the last 2 or 3 weeks. And we haven't played well on the road the entire year. And our guys are tough. I mean, I'm not questioning their manhood, that's for sure, but they have to do something differently internally when those situations don't feel right to figure it out and make it happen. So that's the challenge before us in our program. I got hired here to improve our product, to beat Kansas, to go to Omaha, all those things. They all relate. So, we got to get better. I got to get better, and we got to be able to handle those situations differently. It's been very frustrating as far as what kind of road team we are. I can't stand the optics on that, and inevitably that's me for not getting our guys prepared to play away from the 20.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck this weekend.
Thanks, Cole.
Thanks, Cole. Any other questions?
Man, you guys are good to me.
Go ahead. Michael, go ahead.
Yeah, Pete, what do Wolf and Sykes mean to that lineup at TCU?
I'm sorry, Mike, can you repeat that?
Yeah, what is Wolf and Sykes in TCU's lineup, in the middle of their lineup? What how tough are they to get out?
Really good players. I know Wolf he's been injured. He got injured against Texas, did not play last weekend. Not sure what Wood and Wolf's status is, and Nunez, the center fielder, but Sykes played well against Monroe last weekend, and they're dangerous, 1 through 9, very athletic. Have been struggling of late. The last 2 weekends they've been struggling, and they didn't play great last weekend, which it's this game's funny. It's up and down, and you really can't focus on 1 or 2 guys in that lineup, because there's 9 guys that can beat you if you're not careful. You got to keep them off base, because they put a lot of pressure on you with their legs. That they make you make plays, but if you keep them off base, they can't do that. So, and really the strength of their team looks to me to be their bullpen right now. So if you got to get a lead or extend, which is the plan we always want, but you got to be a little more aggressive to build a lead so that bullpen doesn't favor them, because they'll go to it in the 6th inning, and if they're pretty talented at the back end of the game, and they're trying to get a lead on you early so they can secure that lead with the bullpen. But it's a really good program. It's a really good team, and I think we have a really good team when we're on all cylinders too. And it'll be a good opportunity for our guys to start playing well again.
I feel like you've had a tough time getting a handle on, excuse me, on the overall grasp of how your team is performing and how it's gone into series and its mental makeup.
Well, like I said, I don't want to say mental makeup. It's more so transitioning into a winning culture, and winners are consistent. Winning cultures play well from behind. Winning cultures never panic and say, "Here we go again." Winning cultures play well on the road, play well at home, play well at 10 in the morning, play well at 10 at night, and it's just the growing pains of transitioning there. I'm frustrated because I think we're talented enough to get more W's out of this thing than we've gotten. But we'll keep working at it till we fix it and get it right, and get the product that Kansas State deserves.
And who would you make a case for on your roster for all conference?
Jordan Wicks has been phenomenal for us. We've asked him to do a lot. And, Tyler Ekberg's been great. Eric Torres has been great out of the pen. Zach Kokoska is potential player of the year in the league, numbers wise across the board. He's ahead of a lot of guys in this league. The problem, he's got a Kansas State across his chest, and we don't have the street cred when it comes to conference voting. But that's the nature of changing a program as well, and changing a brand and changing a perception. But Zach's got to be in the conversation, if not, the player of the year this year. So Nick Goodwin's had an outstanding year as a freshman. So I would say those are the guys you really push for, and it's good for our program, and more importantly, it's good for those kids because it validates the work and the effort and the type of players they are. you get some all-conference accolades.
And lastly, from me, do you feel like there was a letdown from that Baylor series that it kind of a hangover, took a while to get over, and that doubleheader was indicative of that?
I don't think so. I mean, I hope not. I hope not. Teams go in stretches, when they play good and bad. The psyche of an 18 to 21-year-old kid is an amazing case study. But like I said, to me, it's on me. If I didn't motivate our guys enough to be a better offensive team and play better defense and pitch better because of Baylor a week later, then I got to do some soul searching. But at some point you got to fight and you got to figure it out if you're in the arena. Our guys will be fine. They're a lot more resilient than I am, and they know where they were deficient. I know where our staff was deficient, where I was deficient. Just plan on playing much better. You can't finish the season this way. So I think our guys are motivated to kickstart this thing and go on a great run.